Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 Road to 56 mod here today on the channel. We're going to be playing a campaign as France. We're going to go down a non-aligned monarch route, if we're lucky. We want to try and bring back the Bonaparte dynasty, playing with crazy historical focuses. So I'm curious to see how this campaign plays out. Let's get machine tools and construction going. We need to make plans and preparations to defend France from Germany, unless they throw. They can sometimes have a civil war. Let's get the civilian factories in and get our boys right up on top of the Maginot Line and the southeastern border with Italy. We're going to have to keep a watchful eye, of course, from the Belgian front as well. We do have Corsica in the north under our control, and a lot of this African territory, which I'm maybe tempted to abandon. We could maybe set up some sort of defensive perimeter, but ideally we're going to stay with the Allies until they won't benefit us, and I think we want to try and bring back the French Empire and try and take some of the territory that Napoleon had under his control, under his French Empire. Alright, so let's draw these front lines like here, from Nice to the Swiss border to the north, and then we'll try and relocate everyone else here, and then we'll get the ball rolling. I like to go unhistorical timeline focuses compared to historical. What do you guys tend to prefer? Sometimes they can be a little bit unrealistic and wacky, but I don't know. Variety is the spice of life, they say. So let's move you here, and let's have a look at where we want to go down, because the French Republic focus tree is quite good. We could maybe expand our civilian capacity, which isn't a bad idea. We do have a small communist sect we're going to have to watch out for. We're probably going to bypass this. We want to try and bring back Napoleon. I don't know if we're going to look for those grand strategies, deploying each one of them. We can bring in the European Union. Yeah, there's a fair few ways you can go down as France. Going through the communist route, allying with the Soviets is not too bad. Bringing them in early if you get attacked by the Germans. And how is our production capacity looking? We want to try and increase our small arms. Support equipment then after. We do have a decent navy though. A lot of anti-air. It's probably not a bad idea to bring in if we want to try and stop the Luftwaffe. So getting them in is a priority. And we'll try and split it like this, because production is key. Navy-wise, we still want a large navy. We're going to have the British Navy to help us out. The Italian Navy going against it will be a bit of an issue. But we do want to try and eventually have a navy to rival the Brits if we potentially do betray them, depending on when and what route they go. And this should all be streamlined as well once we unpause, so I don't know if we're going to have to do all of this exactly, because sometimes it just merges together. Alright, Air Force-wise, want to try and get a bunch of close air support, of course, as well. And we do have some of them operating on some carriers, which is interesting. But that shouldn't be too big of an issue. So I think we'll try and avoid wars as much as we can, unless there's a huge opportunity for us to gain some territory early. But I think we want to try and be quite passive the longer. Well, the thing is, the longer you wait, we're going to be able to build up our defenses and reorganize our government and military difficult position. But then also as well, you're giving the Germans and the Soviets way more time. Oh, we actually have some territory here in South America. Interesting. Got some other divisions there as well. The African territory has a lot of resources, but would there be a point of maybe releasing some of that territory? Maybe if there's political instability, that might not be a bad idea. Like a free and independent Morocco, Syria, Algeria might be cool. Okay, looking at these division templates, I think this is the one we want to go for. So let's get them rolling, and we're going to need some sort of tank force. We're probably already going to get rolled by the German tanks, so we might want to prioritize anti-tank equipment and rounds. And we're going to try and streamline our Navy and Air Force as well. But so far, we're slowly but surely putting in the groundwork to bring back Napoleon and defend France. Let's get the Navy going here as well. I think we'll get one to... we could maybe get one to stay in Marseille. And then maybe we keep one in Normandy as well. Have a Navy in the English Channel if we ever have to cross over it. Or send our Navy north to the Baltic. And let's set some of this production going from north to south. But we're going to put in the early work, plans and preparations, to then hopefully to the mid to late game have a successful Hearts of Iron 4 campaign. We are running on the latest update and all the DLCs, of course. Okay, so we actually have a new president here, Albert. French Indochina. Oh, yeah, we actually can get divisions from there, can't we? We're going to have to keep an eye on some of these. French Lebanon and French Syria as well. If some of them get out of hand, we might actually have to release them, potentially. We can request some forces, which is probably not a bad idea. The more we can get into France, the merrier. Do we want to be worrying about the Vietnam / Laos theater? I potentially don't think so. Okay, so we're still dealing with deflation. And Italy is, of course, dealing with their Ethiopian crisis. And they seem to be doing okay. They've managed to annex the other country right next to them. Popular Front. Grow rubber plantation in Madagascar. That's probably not a bad idea. Madagascar's probably not a bad place to hold. The thing is, the Dutch East Indies, whoever controls the Netherlands, and the Dutch actually really controls the mass rubber supply. So if we can try and decouple that, that would be brilliant. So remilitarization of the Rhineland. This is an act of war. Rally the British to our side. Look how much base stability, political power. So we can actually try and stop the Germans in their tracks now. 1936, that's interesting. So this is a dilemma. I think there's too many negative debuffs. And we're not ready for a war against the Germans this early on. Ugh. We're going to let history hopefully not repeat itself. The remilitarization of the Rhineland has now kicked off. Yeah, I think we want to try and bring back Napoleon as soon as possible to stabilize the French Republic and bring back the Grande Armée. Okay, so they abandoned that treaty. Okay, interesting. Concentrated or disperse? I tend to go with disperse nowadays. No, we do not want the communists in charge. I guess we allow the Democrats to gain some more power. Leon, we've had 3 presidents now. The French are rioting in the streets. Quite fitting, I suppose. Yep, still trying to go down the... Yeah, repeal the law. Let's do this. And make our way down the Bonaparte route still. Alright, 5 fresh divisions. Oh, wait, a communist uprising. What the heck? Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, we've had a civil war. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really, really not good this early on. Oh, no. Have we thrown this campaign already? A civil war has broken out. It's because we probably didn't stabilize down the democratic route, and we opted to go something else other. Okay, so thankfully we're not at war with the Germans this early on, or otherwise the Comintern potentially might have come in. It is a civil war, sometimes they don't, but jeez. Alright, we need to make quick work of this, swing around and stop these communist insurgents. I guess we do some convoy raiding, just in case Joseph and his merry men start sending in convoy supplies to these French separatists. We'll get our air force to try and operate over the top. I think we focus on the smaller front with a lot of our forces. It's not going to take much time for them to move from that Luxembourg Belgian border. And then we can focus on the south. Okay, just had to quickly zoom out and have a look there to see if there was any other external communist support somewhere. Like, you never know. There could have been some provinces in Africa that are sympathetic to the communist French line of thinking. Okay. So now that we've got our air force and our wait, what? Oh, that was quick. It's because we took Calais, I guess? Oh, this is going to be a pain. That was quick. Now I'm going to have to reorganize everything. God damn it. And we lost a significant amount of our armies and supplies, which is rather annoying. Well, let's reorganize this now, shall we? And get back onto the Maginot Line. Alright. Civil War, 1936, moving into June. Could have been far worse. Our infantry equipment is still in a major deficit, so that thing's... we're going to need to change that. A lot of our generals are falling ill. Rather suspicious. Only 57k in the manpower, so that should change. The Spanish Civil War is now going on. There's no way we can intervene on that. Bringing them in on our side might be an idea. I don't think there's much we can do there. Something to keep an eye on. Okay, so we still need 40% more, so it's still pretty far away. Let's try and boost monarchy support, I think. I'm trying to rush it and bring back the monarchy as quick as we can. Just a matter of time, so let's do some colonial investments. Oh, Belgium has renounced French protection. Oh shit, why have they done that? Surprising. I don't know why they've done that. Because now we're not going to get brought in. They might be flipping somewhere. They might be going down the communist route, potentially. Or fascist, I don't know exactly. Okay. Let's make some offensive lines. Just in case, you never know. We have to redo our recruitment as well. I think we continue down dispersed. It's a pretty big ahead of time penalty. Oh yeah, we should get radios actually. Well, Latvia and... Well, Latvia have a civil war. Interesting. Looks like there's a lot of communist uprisings. Hopefully the authoritarians win. Oh no, they flipped. I don't think the Democrats are doing quite well here either. In Spain. Ah, the UK wants to limit naval rearmament. Jeez. I don't know. We're probably going to go against them eventually. We don't want to... Wait, the Japanese shogunate. Oh, they're going like passive. That's interesting. So they might not be conquering China. I guess we accept, because we want to try and keep in the Allies as long as we can, but it's kind of cringe that they're making us do that. Bottleneck our naval supremacy. It's still pretty early days though. Still 1936. Still 20 more years before we even get to 56. Alright. Oh, there's been a Polish civil war. Yeah, look at this. Wait, these... Oh no, these guys are fascist. Oh, wow. I wonder if Germany will get involved in Poland then. Anyway, we can side with the Bonapartists. And we've unlocked a bunch of research slots as well. Still trying to upgrade the French tank. But so far, apart from the French Civil War... and the Polish and the Latvian, nothing too crazy has happened in this campaign. There hasn't been a German, a Soviet, or an American, or even Mexican civil war yet. The Japanese have gone like shogunate, which is interesting. The Paris Universal Expedition. Nice. Great success. Oh! Another uprising in Krakow. Wait, now what's happened? Oh, the peasant unions got involved. After they defeated the fascists. Oh, God. There's been 3 wars quite quickly in Poland. And restoration of the empire. Napoleon VI is now back. Vive la France! Vive l'Empereur! Pope Pius has... Oh, we had to like get the Pope involved? I'm sure the Italians weren't happy about that, moving into their sort of sphere of influence. I guess you have to go through Italy to get to the Vatican, which is obviously a free and independent state. I saw Mr. Ducci wasn't too happy about it. A military society, recovery rate. Yeah, the legacy of the Grand Armée. Yeah, that's what we want. Alright. So, the French Empire is now back, and we've changed the flag as well. Brilliant. And let's just make some front lines to Berlin, just in case. Oh, and now they're in 1937. Those last year of civilian factories have now been complete, and now we can switch over to military. As now that we are a monarchy, the French Empire is back. We've probably got a bunch of threats as well. Our logistics are slowly but surely swinging back over. But we have been a little bit hampered in this campaign with that civil unrest. And hopefully we can recover. But it looks like we are potentially going to be at war. As Italy has somehow... I don't know how they've done this. They've gone with... Is it the Rome Protocols? It's not Pax Romano. They've got a coalition with Hungary, Austria, and Albania. That's fascinating. He's still in charge of Germany. And they are not joining a united axis together. Okay. That might give us an opportunity to potentially go after one of them. Nice. The Grand Army's been complete. And it's going to help our recruitment population. We can actually go to war in this tech tree. The new continental system. We want to try and bring that back. Oh my god, Brazil's at war with Uruguay. The Rio Pact. We do have to be a little bit careful because we do have territory down here, but we should be okay. It's just something to keep an eye on. Yeah, this is a weird campaign. Wait, what? Oh! Italy and Germany are at war with each other. And we've been brought in because of Romania? Because we guarantee their independence? I guess we'll guarantee in Poland as well. Oh, wow, this is huge. I'm sure the Germans... Well, they had sympathy for the British monarchy. I wonder would they have in this timeline with the French. Yeah, so we've got the King of Romania join the Axis. Oh, maybe we should join the Axis then. Interesting. Yeah. I think we go to war with Italy, although it's 1937. Because we've had front lines set up here and in Germany for years now, so they already know a battle plan. Yeah, I think we do it. Let's help our German comrades. Because we're technically not going democratic, fascist, or socialist, or communist. We're going monarchy, so whatever's going to allow us to take Napoleon's lost territory, the better. If we could march on Moscow, that would just be hilarious. Oh, wow. The French Grande Armée, supported by the Luftwaffe. Who would have thought? Okay. So let's go with convoy raiding. I'm curious to see how our navy performs against them. And, dude, that is a massive coup for the Italians, though. Bringing in the Austrians. Oh, they want us to join the Axis. Oh. Do we wanna? The Germany wants us to join the Axis. If any volunteers have been sent or received, they'll be sent back. Do we do it? I think we do it. We can always leave if we want to join the Allies. It is a little bit cheesy, but the thing is in Hoi, you can actually faction hop quite a bit. Let's call in French into China to get those additional supplies. But having Austria and Hungary together with the Italians is kind of interesting. So they didn't actually go down the Axis path. They went down the Rome Protocols, which is correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Rome Protocols are like when they want to try and bring back the Roman Empire. So us clashing against them is probably fitting. Do we have a nephew around somewhere of Napoleon Bonaparte the Sixth? Is there a brother we can put in charge? Napoleon did do that. Went around giving his nephews and siblings kingdoms in their own right. So I guess you could roleplay this as like us going monarchy kind of went away. Oh my god, Poland's now involved in this. Yeah, we had to go around the Italians to get to the Pope. That's why they're a little bit furious. Oh, but it looks like the French and German navy to some extent. Oh, we're not doing too well. We managed to sink one ship, but so far, the Battle of the Mediterranean is about to begin. The Kingdom of Yugoslavia requests sales of airplanes. I suppose. Do we want to bring in the Yugoslavs? Yugoslavia. Sure. Yeah. I guess Austria didn't want to get Anschlussed and occupied. Oh, dude, our bloody... Okay, we might need to stop this. Our navy, not gonna lie, straight up getting trashed. I'm not going to accept that because I don't know who's going to eventually control Poland. Hungary's now capitulated. That's good. Czechoslovakia hasn't been conquered either. Austria's capitulated. And now the Germans are moving over the Alps by the look of it. Interesting. Alright, let's delete these and base them back. Our navy did a little bit of pressure, but not enough to keep them actively fighting and conquering. I don't really know what we go down here, because we kind of just somehow went to war with them we didn't even need to. Increasing our air doctrine. Our supplies and logistics is a little bit shocking. It's because we're not getting fuel in now. There we go. The United States, I'm sure, is more than happy to help us in a war. Oh, my navy. Oh no, it's just getting trashed. Because we, well, they basically owe their existence to us. Germans seem to be doing a lot better here. We're really struggling from this side. It is quite hard to push from here. They've lost 31k. Oh, wow. Yeah, so then there's like the Polish faction, which is here. Why was there so many Czechoslovakians there in exile? That's so weird to see. We are damaging their fleet, but we're taking losses as well. We're just doing so much better in North Africa. I think just due to the supply and the logistics. Maybe there's too many units in that corner. But it's not too bad because we are put... Oh my god, oh my god. Oh no. It doesn't really matter because it all adds up to war score. We might be able to take more control of Italy. Yeah, I guess the German Navy is kind of blocked. It's not really here. Seems like some of their aircraft is hanging around here, but... Alright, that's a bit better. Yeah, go with strategic bombing and close air. Ah, he got deposed. Oh, it's split in half. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, we're just like full on capitulated. Yeah, because that's what happened towards the end of the war as well. Italy like split in two. When there was sort of kind of falling. Just a land grab of the last lot of Italian resistance. Interesting. So that's now ended. Still doing well in North Africa. Well, we'll do the peace conference and we'll divide up Italy. Rome falls to German troops, even though French are just behind. And in the shade of olive trees, Napoleon marches into Italy. Previously after cannon fire, this time coming in with artillery. And the now Socialist Republic of Italy is about to capitulate. And we also have to... Oh my god, the Ruskies. Oh, Muscovy's had a civil war. You gotta be kidding me. Perfect timing, 1938. Because we have to just deal with the fate of Austria, Hungary, as well. I think because we're on the border with Italy, we might have more of a say, but we'll see. I'm sure the Germans will want it. Austria and the Germanic countries in their sphere of influence. I need to get this back on. So I always forget to do the research when wars need to be microed quite a bit. I wish there was a button to auto some of this stuff. But so far, we're doing okay. First time attempting a Napoleon playthrough. Haven't done it before. That little bit of civil strife at the start cost us a little bit of our army and our... We weren't, like, if you can avoid that, it's just so much... Like, if you have a civil war really early on, it can be really quite bad for your military and army. We were quite lucky to get the RNG here, where essentially the Axis was split. And that's it. They've capitulated. So now, the Germans, the Poles, the Romanians, and the French now have to decide the fate of the federal state of Austria, Italy, the Protectorate of Albania, the Kingdom of Hungary, and the Polish Republic. Taking a lot of that African territory, uniting Sardinia and Corsica into one province might actually be a good idea. Is that the Canary Islands? That was under Italian control, not the Spanish. Okay. Do we try and take the islands for ourselves and then we try and pop it? Italy, potentially. We could maybe take Sicily as a, like a naval base. Make it just like a floating aircraft carrier in the middle of the Mediterranean. That would really help our naval power projection. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, that's what we could do. We could steal the Italian Navy. Which absolutely decimated us in that. We still are currently fighting with the German High Command for these territory. Come on. We didn't do too much, to be honest. We didn't take that much territory. Neither did the Germans. They mostly focused on Austria and Hungary, conquering them quite efficiently. Oh, come on. We want this bit of territory here if we can. Stop fighting me for it. Let me have it to avoid the border gore. No. Okay. Yeah, so they took Austria-Hungary. That's fair enough. Oh, and they also took, essentially, Venice. By the look of it. And it looks like Italy's going to be puppeted in the end. Except for this chunk here. Which might be still under control. Maybe it's going to be like the exiles there. Like, we really can't do anything because we don't have any more score and everything's been sort of divided up. Like, we're getting a little bit, but nothing too crazy. I guess we confirm an exit now. Italy seeks support from Greece. Germany took 19 states. Oh, Ethiopia has been liberated in that as well, I guess. So, what's happened here? So, the Germans did take that little chunk. We have the entirety of Sicily, which is kind of cool. We've united Sardinia and Corsica. And Italy is now a puppet of France in its entirety. Interesting. And most of the European continent is under Axis control. Interesting. Alright, so now that we've won the Roman War, it's probably time to make plans and preparations to continue Napoleon Bonaparte VI's rise. So, we've got Italy on our side. We probably eventually want to betray the Germans. We probably could create our own faction as well, potentially. Now that we have some army experience as well, we can spend a little bit of that experience. So we could maybe strike Belgium, Spain. Currently at the moment, I don't know where the Germans are going to go. we're currently in their faction, so they might... If we can stay in the Axis, the longer the better, because we might be able to somehow get them to go to war with the Soviets. But the Ruskies seem to be having a full-on civil war. So if the Soviets lose, it actually might be in our best interest, because they actually might be bringing back the Tsar, potentially. We'll have to see how things go. Just trying to create some division templates here. We didn't really have time to exercise and train our own experience and waste some of our equipment early on. We've been sort of thrown into a lot of wars back to back to back. Our supply is currently a little bit shocking. Let's try and change that. We haven't even gone Grand Battle Plan. I actually like mobile warfare. Battlefield support's probably not a bad idea as well. Okay, so now that we've gained some territory, let's try and change that a little bit. Let's try and defend our newly conquered territory, and I think we make plans and preparations to go after Spain. They're right on our border, and maybe Belgium as well. Try and expand our influence and try and get the Axis to help us out. We'll keep the army in Marseille, but we could always move it to Sicily if we want, which we directly control, which is kind of cool. It might be better supply and logistics wise as well to send stuff from southern France to Spain. Okay, so yeah, we can just straight up go to war with the Catalans. Compromise with Germany. So we can get claims and get them to help us out. That actually might not be a bad idea. They did actually go democratic and they said, hey, they don't want our help. So they might have stuffed themselves here potentially. Let's go with oil processing. Yes. Joseph is still in charge. Okay, there's some independent states popping up in the Stans by the look of it. The longer this goes on, the worse it gets for them, as the provisional Ruski government is holding the east. They didn't get the RNG of getting southern Russia. Oh, he's refused. Okay. The Brazilian Empire is dissolved. Okay. That's good for us. Split Belgium. Well, let's do it, because we also can get access to the Belgian Congo. At the moment, we currently control most of Africa's resources, which is fantastic. But if we can take Belgium, we're going to be able to get the Congo. Even though... Wait, Turkmenistan has now appeared. Oh, that's massive. Yeah, they're starting to crop up here. I wonder if Ukraine will emerge in this. Latvia. Okay. Well, we're going to be able to get a Casus Belli against Belgium, and we should be able to march on in. Go in there and quite fittily liberate the French speakers. They're being repressed. We should go in there and help them out. It's actually a puppet focus. It's not a full-on annex. So they'll join our faction. If we were to make one. We're still in the Axis at the moment. Alright, well. Will it draw anyone in? No, it doesn't seem to. We will be at war with Belgian Congo. And it doesn't look like the Germans are going to be interested. So we should be okay. We're going to move into Belgium and bring it under the direct control of the French Empire that now regionally controls Italy and into China as well. We're slowly but surely fulfilling Napoleon's continental dream. Pushing over the border, 13,000 French have been taken out, unfortunately. But we're slowly but surely moving into Antwerp. Whoa! The US has been divided. Texas and... what is that? New Hampshire or something? No. But Hoover has seceded. Edgar Hoover. What is this state? Massachusetts. Wait, Massachusetts? What? Is it New Hampshire up the top? I thought they, like, left. The Second American Civil War. Would you believe it? I wonder if we can get involved in that. And the Kingdom of Belgium has now capitulated quite easily. And we're going to get a puppet focus against them. And I suppose... yeah, because there's Leopard's Congo, isn't there? We've got the Flemish. Got some other speakers there as well. We can satellite some other... wait, why does Germany have so much sway? What? Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, they can take some... oh, I guess I shouldn't... I think I technically called them in, even though they didn't do anything. Oh, god damn it. Oh, we've kind of weakened ourselves there. Oof. Oh, well. I guess this is why people still to this day use player-led peace conferences, because the AI can do stuff like that. I think I technically called them in when I did it. That's a misplay. Big brain. Don't have allies so they can't steal your shit. But, yeah. I'm only using the Road to 56 mod, so I don't really want to be running other sub-mods. This is a pure Road to 56 run. Oh, even the damn Germans are taking territory down in the Belgian Congo. That's my cobalt I want down there. I'm sure they're probably happy with the new rule. They weren't the biggest fan of the Belgian king. The Congolese. The damn Germans have taken up. Well, that's annoying. I guess when we go into Spain, we're not going to try and call them. But it took a little while, 1938. So it's still not too long, actually. Nearly 1939, really. But there's two big wars going on now in the Soviet Union and the US, by the look of it. Interesting. Yeah, so we might actually be able to get more... oh, we might actually be able to assimilate some of it. Got Italian claims there. Napoleon III's legacy. Crush the Germans. There's a fair few options here. Destroy Albany. Strike the American... wait, there's a lot of paths down here. The Catalonian March. Pact with Spain. No, I think we want to try and conquer Spain. Bring in the Spanish monarchy, I guess. They're probably significantly weak from their ridiculous amount of civil strife. Well, let's make plans and preparations to push over the Pyrenees and hopefully have a successful campaign in the Iberian Peninsula. Obviously, historically, Napoleon didn't fare well, to say the least, in Spain. It was commonly known as Napoleon's Spanish ulcer for the amount of damage he inflicted, and it was a sore on his campaign. The word guerrilla, la guerrilla, was sort of coined in this Vietnam-style conflict. Oh! Interesting. They are now a republic and have declared their independence. Yeah, I reckon the Soviet Union's actually going to be broken up in 1939 now. They are not doing well. It's actually interesting because usually when you play historical focuses, there's a couple ways it can go out. They can obviously flip into the various Soviet sects with Trotsky and Lenin and Stalin and whatever. I think Nikolai Bukharin can actually sometimes rise to the top. Why do they have territory in North Africa, by the way? A little bit weird in Morocco. And if the Civil War doesn't get won quickly, the White Russians if they don't win it quickly, basically the other nations are splitting up. Oh, okay, so that's going to give us potential ways over here. Look at this. They're all breaking apart. Novigrad and maybe Karelia might be next. Oh. Okay, so Germany's just declared war upon Poland. 1939, it's happened. So they're going to go east. Ooh. I actually think I leave. And then maybe make my own faction. Because we want to go down into Spain. We don't want them to join the Allies. I guess it's a little bit realistic because we're not the same ideology as the Germans. But it'd be a little bit like... just like faction hopping is kind of cheesy. You know what I mean? But seeing as we're not the same ideology, I don't feel as bad. If we were, you'd probably roleplay it. But like we joined their war out of an opportunity and not necessarily a necessity. I think we leave the Germans to their Polish and British war. And we instantly drag Italy out. Wait, what? Spain has yielded Catalonia? Catalonia is now French. They actually accepted that? Yeah, because the path to like go to war with Spain... Oh my god. That's even worse for them. That's hilarious. They actually had a nice defensive parameter on the Pyrenees that would have stopped us. Now we've just like taken so much of the flat territory there. Yeah, so Germany is at war with the British Empire. Or the United Kingdom. Interesting. So can we create a faction with them? Guess we can. I think we'll just call it the French Empire. Because that's what we're playing in this. Dude, that's so lucky getting Italy under our control early on. That was such RNG. Sometimes that can be quite bad. France, along with China, can be a little bit tricky in Hoi. But so far, for my first blind playthrough, we're doing alright. The French Empire. Let's now create the faction. The dawn of the French Empire. Look at that. It's back, baby. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll keep an eye on this German-British war. And then I suppose we go to war with the loser. Whether that be the British or the Germans, we'll see. We could get a bunch of Italian forces, but then we're going to have to arm them, so I don't think I will for now. We're struggling to maintain our own. Okay. Maybe we just have to start war deck them? Yeah. Wait, we can invite Yugoslavia to the faction? Dude, that's a little bit cheesy. Well, let's do that then. Because we bypassed some of that stuff. We might just need to declare war against Spain. Or start war decking them. Georgia's now independent? Oh my god, they are really breaking it up. Germany's losing a little bit here. Oh, they're surrounded in Ethiopia. Oh, yeah, because they got Ethiopia out of all that anyway. That's because the Italians held it. Return Dalmatia. No, if we can get Yugoslavia, I don't know why they would join the Bonapartists, but whatever. The Saudis join the Axis? The fall of Stalingrad? Oh my god. They've accepted as well. Would you believe it? Okay, that's going to be really hard for them to take that. The way this is going, probably war with the Germans is going to be inevitable. The USSR are throwing. Approach the Empire of Brazil. I don't know. This Bonapartist tree is very, very powerful. Maybe overpowered, you could say. Yeah, approach Brazil. Like, they dissolved the faction. There's no... Oh, maybe. Wait, they're sending forces to the US. Oh, I haven't checked up here. Oh my god! So they lost Massachusetts, but it's actually the West versus the East. And Douglas MacArthur is in charge. Oh, wow. So what states of the Empire of Ethiopia? Like Arizona, Cali, Oregon, Texas... That's interesting. Italian demands independence. It's because they're a puppet and they're getting quite powerful. This can lead to war. Yeah, I guess we give them some more autonomy. We're just going to have to. I'm even surprised they even bent to the knee, to be honest, so... We can't deal with a war just yet. We're planning to go into Madrid. Dude, if we can get Brazil on our side, that'd be massive. As we go into Iberia. But this time around, it's going to be different. Obviously, Portugal, Britain's and England's longest ally, was fiercely supported in the south. Wait, so now they're independent, but the Germans have... Oh my god, I guess we're going to want to try and retake that. Oh, we might end up going to war with the Germans anyway. Now that they're focusing on that Eastern Front so heavily. Bring back the Kaiser. Bring back Mr. Wilhelm. We'll see. Yeah, maybe we don't go to war with Spain, I don't know. We took Catalonia, which isn't too bad. Because we've... sort of umming and ahhing. Because they're actually struggling. Sevastopol's fallen. Or Sevastopol. However you want to say it. I actually don't know. If we get Brazil involved, that would be huge. And they accept it. Oh my god. Ridiculous. Look at that. South and North America. I guess we're sort of trading with them there. Wow. Restore the monarchy in Mexico. There's not really much anything else we can do here. Oh god, we never went down those strategies because we didn't need to protect the Maginot Line. We haven't even gone across it. We've been going literally all around it. Yeah. So how's this war? They've lost 150k in Poland. The Polish are holding, that's the thing. Usually they capitulate like really quickly. Oh my god, they're about to capitulate as well. This is ballooning to be insane as well. Oh my god, look at them go. They've taken... Stalingrad. Oh my god. The European Combine. Okay. Why does it sound like some sort of... Oh, wow. Race. The Second Ruski Civil War has fallen. Wow, look at all this. So it's broken up. So who's in charge? A provincial government. So there's a chance that it actually could go monarchy and bring back the Tsar. That'd be massive. Oh, I'm so happy that Japan have gone like past. They actually could join us as well, to be fair. They went the shogunate route and they're not doing anything. What a crazy campaign. Quite lucky, actually. Wait, what? They're a Oh, wait, they were supporting them. Wait, what? They're a protectorate of Japan. That's weird. Anyway, we're making plans to probably go to war with the Germans now. Bolivia joined the South American Syndicate. What's this? That's still going crazy. Maybe we need to go over there. Maybe we've waited too long. Do we help out Mr. Douglas? I'm undecided. German interest in Scandinavia. Norway joins the Allies. Oh, yeah, okay. So they're going north because everything's been blocked off. Oh, the German Reich is justifying against us. About time. They've kind of been throwing, to be honest. Is there anyone else where there's a Bulgarian civil war? Well, we're on the border sort of ready. Yeah, if they go north into Norway or Scandinavia, that would be interesting. We've recently invited Yugoslavia, now Belgium, into this, and Austria and Hungary joined Germany, who then went to war with Poland, and now they're at war with the Allies. Now, I was sort of sitting back, biding my time, waiting to see who would be the victor in this war and go to war with the loser of this, being Britain or the Germans. And now it's nearly 1940, and the Germans have not even taken significant territory against the Allies. They have taken Poland, and they just threw back a Allied invasion there. Now, I was actually planning to wait even longer. However, the Germans have now attacked me. They were making plans and preparations. We were probably going to attack them anyway. So we currently have Brazil in our faction, which is kind of hilarious. The US and the Soviets have had civil wars as well. And it looks like, why is Japan coming involved in this? And the Russians? I don't understand. The Japanese have gone non-aligned pacifist for whatever reason. I guess we call everyone in. This is my first time playing as Napoleon Bonaparte, the 6th. And now we're at war with the Germans. With the Allies... Oh my god, wait, what? Japan joined the Allies? I've never seen that non-aligned... Oh my god. That is crazy. So we're pushing against them with our French Empire United Front. Oh my god. The Germans have thrown... They've been quite lucky not to have their own sort of civil war and stuff. What a crazy campaign this has been. This is why I like going with non-traditional focuses. I like wacky and crazy campaigns. What do you guys reckon in the comments? Do you agree or disagree? Alright, so let's push into the Rhineland and hopefully demilitarize it. Slowly but surely. Taking pieces of German territory. And then what are we going to do? Are we going to try and divide up Germany? Bring back some of the smaller and minor monarchies? Bring back Württemberg and the Bavarians? The way this campaign is going, we might actually be able to get this. Well, they won't. If the Tsar comes back, will he be in the Allies still? I don't know. But we seem to be... It's actually worked out well. Because in episode 1, if you haven't seen it, we did go to war with Belgium, getting the Congo, but the Germans took southern Belgium from me. And now it actually has worked, because we're actually moving around their territory. Yeah, the Bonaparte line is very, very good, in my opinion. Nearly so much overpowered. Oh! Croatia is split apart from Yugoslavia. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. So far, the front line seems a little bit stagnant. Pushing from Belgium is probably our best play. the Germans do have control and occupation of Venice. So that's something to keep an eye on. Oh, if we could have attacked when the British landed in Saxony in the north, I believe, would have been so much better. But the French, the Italians, the Yugoslavs, the Ruskies, and the Japanese, and the British, don't you forget, are going against the Germans. What a combo. And now the Flemish have joined the Allies. Interesting. The Americans are still firmly in a civil war as well. Wait, Belgium's come... Oh, wait, sorry, so the Netherlands have come in, and Belgium... Oh my god. Yeah, we've got the West Coast versus the East Coast over there. Wow. What a crazy campaign. And here comes Poland. Tanks are running over Poland, they're back. The Germans are just so stretched. This is such a massive front line. Oh dear. Oh my. We haven't been lucky to get any like major powers as monarchies yet. Because sometimes that can happen. Italy suggests joint military program. Sure. Who had better tanks? The Italians or the French? I wouldn't know. Probably about the same. If they have more German schematics, maybe. Luxembourg has capitulated. Yeah, it looks like the Soviet or the Ruskies now are helping them out. Well, would you look at this? Germany is folding. They could very well capitulate for 1939. Oh dear. Like I said, I wasn't even really sort of planning to go to war against them, to be fair. I was going to go to... Like, if they crushed Poland super quick, they flooded into Norway, they navally attacked from Norway and were in bloody Birmingham, I would have probably jumped ship and go to war with the Allies, but it wasn't to be. Chile and Colombia, I guess we accept that. It doesn't really matter now if they're Colombian socialists or if they're communists. The USSR does not exist anymore. The Peruvian Empire. Sure, I guess. I still think it's a little bit ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie, that in the Napoleon Bonaparte focus tree, and like if you're going down monarchy, you can just randomly invite Brazil. I guess there's obviously the RNG of them accepting, but I swear Brazil tends to either go nationalist / fascist or authoritarian and unaligned anyway. But it's like, oh yeah, you remember when Napoleon conquered Brazil? It's just a little bit overpowered, to be honest. Alright, pushing into November now. I don't even know what we're going down now. Getting those extra research slots. Getting French nuclear warheads would be kind of crazy. Napoleon. We call this the Arc de Triomphe, the big bomb. We're pushing from the west, while the Poles are going from the east. I wonder if the Poles are gonna, in this alternative timeline, raise the Polish flag over the Reichstag. What an image that would be. Right. Yeah. Honestly, I think having Yugoslavia in our faction is massive. Because, like, fighting down in there, in and around that Austrian and Hungarian border is an absolute nightmare. Look at this. The Germans are about to be, well, all over Red Rover, I think. Yeah, they just lost too many. They got drawn into that Italian war. Because that's what started it. Italy went down the Pax Romana stuff. And they got shredded in the Hungarian and Austrian Alps. as the Axis is about to fall. Thankfully, we didn't join them, and we left, which is a little bit unrealistic, but so be it. We also have Catalonia as a province of France, which is simply hilarious. And I'm still blown away as to how they're still holding on. The Allies want non-aggression pacts, but I'm not going to sign it. We've lost 160k, as the German losses are about to balloon to 1 million. And then we're going to have to deal with the remnants of the Axis. I do feel kind of bad because they weren't really the Axis in this playthrough, as Japan and Italy did not align and ally themselves. And that's it. We're going to have to deal with all this territory. Crikey. So the UK, the Japanese Russia. I've never seen that in my life before. That is so strange. Okay, so we want to try and take as many of the core territory as close as possible to us. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get that much. Why is our war score so low? Oh, there we go. That's a bit better. Yeah, so I think we want to try and secure particularly the French-speaking German territories on the border there. And if we can always have territory like in Germany, if we have to ever go back, we can just easily go back in there. But yeah, I'm curious to see what states are going to come back. I'm curious to see who's going to be puppeting who. Italy's expanding into Austria. They are our puppet after all. They do have more regional autonomy though. The Japanese are going to take territory. That is wild. As if they have a say what goes on in Europe. What a playthrough. Yeah, maybe I did make a mistake not using the player-led peace conference. I don't know. People get so tilted and triggered on what mods you do and don't use. I just wanted to go for a fresh playthrough. Simple road to 56, see how it performs on all the new DLCs. And what else is there? Okay. Yeah, who's taking control of the German Navy? I did want to sort of test out the strength of the French Navy. I kind of smashed it a bit. Wait, Paraguay and Croatia got thrown up in this as well, technically. Interesting. The Romanian Navy. Are we even going to be able to get much of it? Probably not. But that's it, Germany's over. So, I guess we've got to deal with what happens in Russia. Well, we might even be able to just invite them to our faction. Napoleon the 6th might not even need to march on Moscow. Go into Muscovy. We still have to see what happens in the States, though, because now Germany's defeated and like the US can still flip. He might be the German leader might actually be able to flee. So what's happened exactly? So what's that? Okay, so there is an unaligned German Republic and Czechoslovakia, while a lot of these states... So we've taken, obviously, Stuttgart and a lot of territory here. So it's a democratic neutral... That's kind of realistic. It's not in the Allies, nor is it part of the French Empire. It's a democratically elected neutral German state. Okay? While Japanese Russia is under control of the Japanese shogunate. That is wild. And Ireland just joined the UK? And a bunch of other factions out of nowhere? A bit cheesy. While Hungary and half of Romania is under the control of the Shogun. Yes. And Is that war still going on in the States? Oh no, we're at war with... Oh, okay, right. Wait, there's a German protectorate somewhere. Where? There's not... Where is that? Hang on, bear with me. Yeah, where's this? Oh my god. Do you know that little bit of African territory they stole? Yeah, I guess they're like a German protectorate now. We've secretly smuggled some of the German high command to... I guess this is Libya? Yeah, and we can also gain access to their schematics as well. Look at this. We can actually request the German tank production. We can produce it on French soil. That is hilarious. And maybe their monarchy super sympathizers as well. Yeah, look at this. We can get like German actually Leopard tanks produced and manufactured in France. That's so cool. They even have like a heavy interwar tank as well. Crikey. We also can get their fighters and close air support. It does cost factories to get, but we've got so many. Well, the thing is, we actually own cored German territory. So we're actually probably producing it in their old factories. Especially since we've got Western territories. So look at that. Yeah. Well, we might have to make some tanks then. That's so cool. Look at that. Wow. Well, let's get some German tanks in. Wait, what? Mexico joins the Allies? What's going on in here? Yeah, they're not really doing anything. Manchuria's joined them. Yeah, hopefully they might actually go democratic. What a weird alternative timeline this has turned out. We can't really go further eastward because it's now under Allied control. So, we'll see. Well, we need to think of a target. Going at Spain, they might just join the Allies. I think we try and get involved in the American theater. Potentially, unless the Russians flip or something. We've even got control of some German forces here, which is interesting. Our small German puppet. I suppose the Brits in this timeline got the German scientists to help them with their rocket program, while we have snatched the German military and tank designers. But let me know in the comments where you think we should go. I think we get involved in this, because this is 1940. This is still raging on. The west and the east coast of the United States have been firmly at war, and it's nearly ballooned to 500,000 losses. We've got MacArthur versus the states there. Wait, but they're on the other side. That's just so weird. I suppose we help Douglas? Wouldn't have thought I'd be going over there in this series. I thought potentially we might be at war with them at some point, but maybe we can bring back a monarchy. I wonder if there's some... Well, the thing is, like, what would be the American monarchy? There was this whole thing back in the revolutionary days where Washington refused to become a king, but I'm sure there's a lot of American aristocracy about. I'm sure we could find a Kennedy or a Washington somewhere to make a king. Maybe there's some relative of what's the name, Simpson from the British side. Okay, so yeah, look at this. So California, Oregon, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas on the constitutionalist side, while the United States of America, which is, it nearly should be the other way around, I think it's flipped back and forth, that has Washington, New York, and Florida on side. And it does look like the United States, with their capital of Washington in the east, seem to be probably winning. It's been really back and forth. It actually was a lot smaller before it ballooned a bit. It was originally Texas and New Hampshire being the rebel cause, which is funny. And now they're in our faction, so regardless of the outcome. So we have a small pocket of, well, that's it, German North Africa. We managed to smuggle out some German scientists. We're currently producing Leopard battle tanks in France. Italy's our puppet. Germany's Reich has been dismantled. There's currently a non-aligned German state in the center of Europe. And we're going to move our navy over as well. So French forces are back on US soils. US soils? Soil. As it's ballooned to 500,000 lives lost. Oh, inflation has decreased. Nice. And it looks like the Italians are coming over to help as well. Okay, so let's try and get them to move to Los Angeles. We'll get the army group here to focus on San Diego and San Francisco. And then we'll get the other army group to go to Oregon. But the French, the Italians, even some Spaniards are fighting on us. So it looks like, yeah, I wonder who's backing the states after all this. Well, the constitutionalists. So we're obviously backing the military dictatorship that currently sits in Washington. Now, because this war's gone for so long, it's nearly just, it's ballooned from like a civil strife to now a full-on war. So we might be able to get some war score from this. Or best case scenario, the entire country goes on our side. Look at this. Never fear, the Brazilians are here. They're landing on the Gulf of Texas here. Oh, we might have seen an opportunity here to push down from the north and cut them off. There we go. 2 more tiles before we get to the Mexican border. Yeah, it's hit 1 million losses now. Been quite fortunate in this series. The US and the USSR have kind of thrown and allowed the Allies and the French Empire to do their own thing, sort of. So we're pushing into Texas and the Southern Rockies. Wait, hang on a minute. What's happened here? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, they flipped Democratic, so they left my faction. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, I guess we enjoyed that war against the Philippines. The UK wants to send us some forces. I'm not gonna lie, kind of surprised that Winston Churchill is in favor of Douglas MacArthur. Oh, maybe they get along. I don't know. Being in charge. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, so they've left after all that. Oh, the thing is, we conquered. Wait, they're at war with the Japanese and. Wait, the Japanese, Russia... I don't even know what's going on. It's a little bit too wild for me. Okay, we want to try and wrap this up. And then we can focus on what's going on. Anyway, yeah, we puppeted the Italians. We did have to give them some more regional autonomy, and then they flipped, so... That's rather unfortunate. We might have to go back into... Italy again. Oh, well, maybe we should just join the Allies. Maybe that's the play. Faction hop 3 times. Obviously, we're in the Axis for a small period. Now we're in our own faction that we created. Maybe just do it. Oh, nice. The Brazilians have taken the entirety of the Texan coast. And Finland has joined the Allies. Interesting. Oh, there's a gap here. Pushing into New Mexico. Wait, they left anyway. Oh, wow. Czechoslovakia now joins. Now the states have just left my... Oh, God. This is not working out well for the French Empire, boys. Napoleon Bonaparte VI is losing a lot of allies. The Silver Legion of America, jeez. So they've actually full-on flipped now. They're not the United States. Well, they technically still are. But, Douglas MacArthur is fully embracing his, fascismo. Fascist, shtick, I guess. So I guess we want military access here. Yeah, but wait, so we're trying to help them in this. Oh, oh, that's so annoying. That's infuriating, because technically they're not a part of our faction. We had no right to be taking territory in their name. Right, because they technically were unaligned authority, and then they flipped. The Republic of Turkey wants investment, sure, we'll give them that. As Texas is about to fall as well. Then we've got to move into the western states here. Oh, that's really complicated things. Because a lot of that push potentially came from the United push. Oh, the German Republic joined the Allies. Oh, they were meant to be a neutral bloc. Yeah, I think this world is going in the way of the Allies by the look of it. Let's get some more military factories in. Yeah, and it looks like Japanese Russia is going a bit cray-cray by the look of it. Alright, so that state's now fallen. There's probably only 5-6 states here. Idaho was one we didn't mention. Okay, so pushing into Arizona and New Mexico now. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Russia backed by the Japanese shogunate. A little bit strange. I was kind of hoping they would go and bring back the Tsar, but I guess Japan going pacifist. Sort of secured their eastern block. Alright, our Navy's here. And our Air Force... Oh, our Air Force got moved back to... Panama? Oh, right, because probably the Brazilians own some of that still. Because they've dealt with their war. Oh, we might be able to grab some units here, though. They still have some of their own divisions, but with us 130k. Helping out our United States brethren. And the Japanese Ruskies were successful in conquering Uzbekistan there. Okay. Pushing to the San Diego border now. And that would be a huge victory point if we can get it. French forces are about to march into San Diego. They took LA. And we're going to try and march through up to Oakland and Fresno. And they've capitulated. Nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, we've got a claim to some United States territory. I would have loved to get, like, Louisiana back. That would be so cool. I'd like to get an entire... We can probably take a state in our own right. Because we've helped them out so much. Oh my god, and we can get the majority of the US Navy. Are you kidding me? USS Lexington, USS West Virginia. Oh my. And we can get some Philippines territory. I don't really mind about that. So what state could we get? We want to get one that's not landlocked. Oregon? Or what? No, Washington. Yeah, Napoleon is going to have a holiday home in Washington State. Yeah, right on the beautiful British Columbia border. As if they're going to allow that. We did really help them, though. That's hilarious. We'd like Louisiana, but they're probably not. We get the Panama Canal. That'd be huge, controlling trade. I'd like New Hampshire, but I don't know if we're going to get it. Can we get Oregon or something? Wyoming? No, that'd be a little bit weird. Oh, we can get Oregon. It looks like we might be able to get Oregon from them, even though they've taken it. We're going to be able to challenge that. 2 US states joining the French Empire. It maybe looks like it could only be Oregon. We are going to challenge... Man. Oregon and Washington going to leave the Union. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's going to happen as well. Wow. I don't think we're going to be able to get Nevada. It's probably going to cost too much. Or a chunk of Idaho. Or Montana. I'd like Idaho, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get it. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of this new system either. It takes so long to divvy up territory. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like we're going to get that. We might be able to get the Panama Canal or New Hampshire. We might actually... I don't know if we're going to be able to get New Hampshire, actually. That might be one too many. I do want to try and get the US Navy if we can. That would be huge. We've gobbled up the Italian Navy, a little bit of it. Obviously got the French Navy. But if we can control US naval power, that would be huge. And I would say rather quite successful. Look at this. Yeah, we're going to be able to take a lot of it. Submit demands. If we keep on skipping. We're probably not going to get all the Navy. But we are going to be able to get a decent chunk. That's going to take ages, though, to get that. I don't know if I can be able to doing that. 3 states we took. Nice. So, the war has ended. Napoleon has managed to take 2 US states. We control access to the Panama Canal. That was the 3rd state in that, or US territory. But the second US Civil War has ended, with the Silver Legion gaining power, and Douglas MacArthur ruling as the dictator. Like, can we actually release these states out of curiosity if an issue comes up? Let's have a look here. I was like, can we release them as free in, like, the state of Washington or Oregon? Or... Oh, what was that state that they were like Canada and these 2 were going to form? Newfoundland? Not Newfoundland, there was some state. You know some of these mock maps they do. Something land, I can't remember. Right, well anyway, 1941. This is what the French Empire controls. Unfortunately, we've had 2 massive changes of power with Italy and the US leaving. And the Kingdom of Italy is actually justifying against us. Are you joking? Are they gonna... Why are they doing that? We might be better off just to join the Allies. Because even though we're doing well conquering territory, we're just not stabilizing enough. Oh, God. You guys are going to crucify me for faction hopping in the comments. It's a little bit cheesy. But, stuff it, I think. This is a new world order. Wait, Italy joined the Allies. Strange how this series has ended up. Oh, and now they've capitulated. The Afar Republic. It's like short for African Republic. It was a part of the Ethiopian campaign, I suppose. But it looks like, yeah, the Japanese Russia. That the Kremlin is under the control and Duma of the Japanese shogunate. That's so weird. Have you guys seen that before? I certainly haven't. Anyway, we're slowly but surely moving our French forces from North America after we installed the military dictatorship of Douglas MacArthur. And it looks like now the Allies are dealing with what seems to be hundreds of Japanese divisions in Hungary / Romania. Crazy, crazy scenes here. We're moving to the Polish border now to help on out, and we'll try and allow French forces to march into Moscow for the second time in the last couple centuries. Napoleon Bonaparte is back. Strange campaign. First time ever playing as a French monarchy run. And it's done quite well. Crushing the Italians and Germans pretty early on. We nearly might be worth flipping back, maybe? I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of hard. It's a lot. The thing is, like, you can try and take all of, like, the French Empire's historic territory, let's say. But it's also got to do with RNG, depending on who sort of holds that territory or lays claim to it in the end. Alright, we can upgrade our small arms here. Oh, yes, we're currently constructing German tanks as well. What's going on down here? Okay. Just curious, because we've got to watch out for Japan's Pacific threat. But I suppose there must be some sympathy with Churchill allowing the French monarchy to come back and rule. As Lizzo, Queen Elizabeth, is the current monarchy. Oh, wait. Oh, that's where they are. Yes, I forgot about this. We control the entirety of the US's Navy. They're currently just hanging out here in Tripoli. Nice. Yeah, look at this. And we've got the Italian, we've got parts of the, yeah. So we've got a united, oh my god, that's crazy. We've got a huge armada of US, Italian, and French naval units. That's cool as. Looks like the... Wait, we've been kicked out of the Wait, what? I thought we were in. Did they just kick us out? I'm pretty sure the military runs the US at the moment. Winston, what are you doing that for? Yeah, we'll sign all these non-aggression packs. Jeez. Yeah, Germany was meant to be a neutral state. Yeah, the Silver Legion is in charge. That doesn't sound very democratic. Oh no, they've changed their name to the Russian Dominion now. Interesting. Maybe the Japanese are out of it? This is a wild and wacky campaign, to say the least. But so far, we're winning. We're expanding France's influence and territory. But the thing is, like, the longer this campaign goes, it's actually harder for us to sort of... Like, the thing is, we had Italy under our thumb. We had Brazil in our faction as well, and the US at one point. But the longer this campaign goes, because there's so many democracies around, we're probably going to destabilize as a monarchy faction, because everyone's democratic in this run. Yeah, we had Yugoslavia as well, because we had to disband the French Empire as a faction. Okay, so I guess we make sure we go through and sign all these non-aggression pacts with the various countries and nations that make up the Allies, so that we're going to nullify any war that breaks out. It's annoying if different countries lay claim to different tiles here and there, because we're going to have to negotiate with each individual faction separately. Rather annoying. Oh, now they want us back in. So strange. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, would you look at that? We're back in. Silly, silly, silly. But so far, Allied forces, German, Italian, French and British and American, fight Japanese and Ruski forces on the border here. Who would have thought? Right, we need to deal with the Navy as well. Let's move them to the Black Sea to operate. Oh, wait, is Turkey in the Allies? We might not be able to make our way through. I think they are. Yeah, they're fighting, so they are. Interesting. Also, it seems like they managed to unite all those former USSR factions as well. British forces have landed in Crimea. Not for the first time. That's huge. And we've got some forces near Mykolaiv. What do we want to go with here? We're at the stage of the campaign where these minor buffs don't really make that much of a difference. Seems to be a little bit of stalemate here on the Eastern Front, as we're starting to move into Ukrainian / Russian territory just east of Poland. Near Chernihiv and Kiev. Alright, let's move more units that have been freshly recruited and equipped in Paris. I had to move all my navy from my air force that was operating in Panama, overseeing the canal. That was another piece of territory we managed to get from the United States. Yeah, believe it or not, they were willing to give up 3 states. The Union was. Wait, Karelia's on their side. Interesting. They might give them their own autonomy. Oh, they're also fighting on the Finnish border as well. Interesting. Ugh. It's not good for them. Okay, so there are some small naval invasions there, but nothing too crazy. And we seem to be pushing a little bit better. How are we going down here? That's alright. Yeah, the Japanese forces set up a really large and huge forward operating base in Romania. And some of these divisions are just being held out slightly, so let's just try and get them over. We don't really have the manpower, just because we've lost so much. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, because for example, just then we got a news event saying that Peru left the Allied forces. But then we get a news event that they instantly join. Strange. Alright, so we're winning the air battle in Ukraine. And we want to try and get air supremacy back in Belarus. The British and the Brazilians. Hilarious. Oh, we just got kicked out again, man. Oh, that's infuriating. Why? I know we're not the same faction, but jeez. Sorry, not the same faction. We're not in the same faction now. The bloody same political ideology, man. Winston, can we come out of the doghouse, please? Once again, have to renegotiate Yeah, it must be a bug. Or it might be a feature, who knows? No, I think it's just a bit crazy. You shouldn't, like, if you're democratic as the Allies faction leader, you shouldn't be allowed to have other factions with different ideologies, really. Like, we're non-aligned, and then, like, the Silver Legioners in the Allies, then Brazil are like, whatever they are. You see, like, we're authoritarian, technically. Non-aligned. Yeah. I don't know, this is a Napoleon Bonaparte series, but, like, nearly. At this stage in the campaign... Oh, now we're back in. Don't worry. Hopefully this isn't, like, affecting our war score too bad. I wouldn't assume so. What was the point I was trying to make? Oh, yeah, it'd actually nearly be advantageous to bring back democracy as Bonapartist monarchical rule doesn't seem to be working. It was always a hard sell to the French. Alright. We're only a tile away from Kiev and Minsk as well. Taking some decent territory. They're actually independent, both of them, at some stage. Oh, look at this. The Japanese... I think I was called it. The Japanese Alliance. Wait. The Qing Empire is now back, interesting. In Manchukuo. They're actually being quite successful in eastern Turkey. Look at this. And it looks like a little bit of back and forth here, but the British hold Sevastopol and the Kerch Bridge. And they also look like they've taken Kherson. An invitation here. Oh, okay. So we've got to side with either the Turks or the Greeks. Turkey's in the Allies, while the Greeks are not. The Herculean Convention. This would destabilize the Mediterranean. I don't know if we can afford that. Could you imagine them? Oh, we actually... Like, that's really quite close to us. We obviously hold the island of Sicily, and we currently have our navy sitting there, so we'd have to move our navy if we had to. Alright, April 1942. Getting more supplies from the Americans now. Look at that, the entirety of North America is in the Allies. Here is obviously Napoleon Bonaparte's, I like to say, holiday home. The state of Oregon and Washington. Seceded from the Union. Typical. On brand. Okay. I would say we're winning, but... Oh, wait, Finland is... Oh, maybe not. Oh, my. It's because they gave Karelia their independence. Oh, no. We're losing up here. I haven't put any forces up here. The Japanese shogunate has stormed the Helsinki parliament. What? That's kind of cool. Karelia has been given their independence. Yeah. We're getting all these notifications for draft dodging because our manpower is so low and is just getting absolutely decimated, shredded on the Eastern Front. We seem to be pushing there in the center there a bit more. Being at war with Karelia in their capital of Murmansk is probably not a bad idea. Although the USSR dissolved in this series, with the help of the Japanese for so long holding, they've actually sort of stabilized quite a bit. Like, from the perspective of a united USSR attacking them in 1942, can be a little bit tricky, but we do have united allies. It's a grind, but I think we should be doing better than what we're doing. Like, come on. Italians, French, Germany, which has been carved up a bit to be fair, the British, and the US, that should be more than enough. The Turks are only a few tiles away from Rostov. Interesting. As Krasnodar has fallen. If we can make their way towards the capital, that's going to capitulate them. It's going to be tough going all the way east, though. If you can take, like, 9 times out of 10, everything west of the Ural Mountains, you can seem to capitulate them quicker. Oh, no, they've just turned grey again. I've just paused here, because I'm just redoing my front lines. Have we been kicked again? For a 3rd time? Oh, God. The Japanese are doing well here. This could, cost us. Because currently, the independence of the Netherlands, thereby... Yeah, we have been kicked out. The Dutch East Indies secures the rubber access for the Allies. Because even that can complicate things. Like, that can really switch the balance of power for factions, depending who owns the Netherlands, and thereby the Dutch East Indies. Now, the Japanese are going to take it, which is not good. That will severely increase their plane production. We have a little bit of our own rubber, but we've sort of gone away from... We're not really producing fighter jets because we don't really need them. We've already managed to conquer so many countries and steal theirs. Same with the Navy. The Japanese lost 1.6 million in this war. The Italian... Oh my god, it's ballooned to 7 million now. We've nearly lost 1 million. Oh my god. I didn't even notice that. We need to rapidly get this going. Like, we've got so many ships, the planes just like sitting on US aircraft carriers. Let's move them. Oh, here we go. What's happening here in Greece? Okay, so the Hellenic nationalists against the Democrats in the north. Okay. The Greek Civil War is now kicked off. I'm sure Churchill is furious, to say the least. The Greek Civil War is a really interesting tidbit in World War II. I watched a documentary recently on it. I just didn't know. As an Australian, you don't really know much about the inner workings of Greece. Although now they've joined the Allies. Interesting. There was just like heaps of factions. The nationalists, the socialists. The Battle of Athens was kind of mental. People running around. I'd recommend watching it on YouTube. Oh, so they won in the end. Oh, nice. Greece is now firmly a part of the Allies. And now our manpower has gone to 0, so our fighting capacity has been absolutely shot. I need to increase that. Should I move my forces away? Because they're not really advancing. Potentially, if the Allies aren't fighting effectively, they could be considered a hindrance on them. And their push for the Ruski capital. So anything gives me manpower here. We might actually need to flip to democratic, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, even though... I don't know, I feel like we had some bonuses early on, but the way the world is now flipped and changed in this series, let's face it. We're living in a democratic world, so we have to be either communist or fascist to actually go even further. Like, I think just manpower, we've just ran out of it. Because we've just had so many wars. I'm not using any mods as well. Czechoslovakia lives here. Wait, but they're there? What? What was I going to say? Oh, we've had so many wars and we're only using the Road to 56 mod, so we're actually not coring any of this territory. The UK is at war with Iraq. What? Just pushing on the Eastern Front with Churchill. Right, boys, time for Operation Freedom, 1942 edition. Okay. Actual throwing at this point. Oh, great. We're back in for the 4th time. Hearts of Iron 4 in a nutshell. Can be brilliant, but absolutely wild at times. They seem to be holding us quite well here in northern Kiev. We've still got a bunch of draft dodging as well. But overall, first time attempting a monarchy run as France. I think it's been successful, to say the least. Definitely not a failure. And Iraq has capitulated. Great. I guess we just let... Wait, we've got... Oh, yeah, right. We own Syria. Oh, duh. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, they're technically a colony of a... Oh, God. Oh, my God. As if Finland is controlled by the Japanese. It's so weird. It's like, I just never thought of that would happen in a game. Yeah, I guess we bring back democracy. Because we just can't even seem to hold. Like, even when we were at the height of the French Empire, with the US and leading the faction, like, nations were leaving us. And also, we haven't been able to hold onto our puppets, like Italy, because they had a different ideology than us and they drifted away. We're currently just trying to create a spearhead to Muscovy, but doesn't seem to be overly working. Yeah, see, then we're just getting constantly kicked out, which is strange. Pretty close at the moment. Just turning into an absolutely grinding front as the years go on. The Empire of Brazil has taken control of essentially the island peninsula of Crimea, and they operate out of Krasnodar now, the Brazilians. Who would have thought? As they push into the Caucasus territory. Commit a tank designer. The thing is, we actually managed to smuggle some German scientists out, hilariously. In this alternative timeline, the UK got the German scientists that are famed in the rocket program. We got the tank designers. And we've been using Leopard battle tanks designed by the Germans. We're just going to get surrounded here if we're not careful. I was just like, far out. We'll just try and spearhead it through here. See how we go. Maybe taking this airfield might do it, but... This is... Oh, we're lagging a bit here. I reckon the United Allied Front... We're going to win this war. But it's going to be tough. It's ballooned to nearly 13 million losses. The Allies have actually managed to reclaim Finland, which is good. As the Japanese held there quite a bit. Counter-offensive there is doing alright. Karelia is under their control. St. Petersburg is still firmly in theirs, but getting a little good push here, but it's just still so grindy and tedious now. It's because we're essentially attacking the USSR in 1942, and they are stabilized. Their coalition with the Japanese. So it's going to be hard to push against the Ruski Dominion. Haven't really needed to use the Navy we have under our control. Believe it or not, we've got the US Navy and Italian Navy pretty much under our control. We control the Black Sea and the Baltic trade, so there's not really that much of a use putting them eastward. Hopefully, now they have Japanese support, they don't like hold on longer. If we have to go all the way to Vladivostok and take it, that would be annoying for them to capitulate. We're doing a better push here now, though, but it is costing us dearly for every little incremental piece of territory here. Constantly redrawing front lines. So we ended up joining the French anyway. Sorry, we ended up joining the Allies and the UK anyway, even going down this monarchy route. Can be a little bit difficult playing as the French, particularly if the Germans focus on you early, but we were able to bypass that, which basically allowed us to last a little bit longer to this stage in the late game. France has not capitulated in this series, thankfully. Alright, 2nd of January 1943. We have a winter offensive now. Things are looking a bit better. Now with Finland under Allied control, we seem to be pushing more successfully in the region you would traditionally consider to be Belarus, which is strange. The thick forest is usually quite hard to push through, rather than the nice flat fields of Ukraine. Looks like the Brazilians and the Brits are doing well in the Caucasus, and their capital is still holding down in the south there. We did have Kherson for a little bit, but then it fell. Got to give it to the Ruskies. Holding tremendously well with their manpower. Yeah, at the moment we can't even properly supply our divisions. So we're just absolutely throwing bodies at it. We are going to win, but it's going to be a huge... Wait, what? The Japanese shogunate has formed the Asian Defense League. And have united China on top of it. Oh wow, look at this. Allied forces have landed in Japan. Oh wow. Hiroshima. Naval invasion has occurred. Oh, and they've instantly wiped them as well. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, good. Oh, now they've got China involved. Oh no. They've united two of the most manpower rich nations. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, we still can't do service by requirement. Oh, that's so annoying. It's just making this go so much longer than what it could be, yeah. To be fair, we've lost so many units. we first of all, you forget how many wars we've had in this series. First of all, we had the French Civil War, which carved half our army and depleted us. Then we were kind of rushed into the war where Italy, Austria and Hungary ganged up against the Germans. We lost 1 million there. Then we had to go to war with the Germans. So we lost another 1 million there. Then I think we lost another 1 million helping out the US. So we burnt 3 million. And now we've got this where we burnt the last of the 500k. And we haven't caught anything properly. Or we just run out. We caught what we could, but nowhere near as much as using an actual core mod. Oh, Moscow's fallen to French forces. Nice. And we've been kicked out of the Allies again. This is crazy. Well, at least their capital's now fallen. And how are we doing down in the south? Oh, yeah, yep. Kiev has fallen as well. Nice. 2 allied forces. Brits roll on in. And if we can somehow get the Finns to take St. Petersburg, that would be brilliant. Just want to redraw this again, make things look a little bit nicer. But look how large the Republic of Poland is. Tanks rolling over Poland once again. I wonder what's going to happen to Karelia here. The fall of Tokyo. Wait, what? Oh, God. The US are like navally invading from there. Strange. I haven't seen Japan go shogunate in quite some time. Yokohama has fallen as well. Taking the surrounding provinces. Do we send my navy over there to help? We've got some units that have been hanging out in North Africa for quite a bit. You always want to keep an eye on your African territory if you're playing as the UK or the French. You really don't want to lose it. But now it's just been chilling there for so long. It might have been better to send them up. Alright, we've got Polish, British, and French forces now holding. Oh my god, look at this. This is nearly gone to 20 million. This is insane. Somehow Mongolia joined the Allies. You know, Genghis Khan and the boys. Sympathetic to democracy? I don't know. The Mongolians didn't like the Chinese, so maybe that's it. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure Beijing got, like, sacked 13 times. Under Genghis Khan. Bro went back there every year. Alright. The Empire of Brazil is still expanding. Don't know why they're involved in this. I'm curious to see how this peace conference ends. I'm still surprised the Tsar didn't come back, because usually when similar events like this happened, quite often the Ruskies either bring back the Romanovs or they go down a monarchy path. Alright, August 1943. We are winning this war, but this is an absolute grind. This is a slugfest. Look at this. Pushing on the Eastern Front with no manpower. Hell yeah, brother. 9 million allies have lost. Oh my god. It's probably not too bad because we are attacking them, I guess. They are defending. Oh, they're still holding Tokyo, the US, but they've been thrown back as the Japanese shogunate forces retake the city of Yokohama. Oh yeah, I forgot about French Indochina. We've still got some units there. Karelia looks like it's about to fall as Finnish forces flood through the Baltic Union. We've lost 1.3 million now. And we're starting to gain some more ground and momentum as we go into 1943. Looks like the Allies will win in this timeline. But with France being a monarchy. Oh, and we're about to surround them here. If we can head down to Kharkiv, as Sumy has been retaken. Oh no. Yep, the Brazilians own Kharkiv. Okay. Hey, the Ruski Dominion has capitulated. And there's some small pockets up near Karelia. Now, I'm assuming it's the Japanese forces. Alright, we're sending some units to French Indochina, and we might need to help out the US, because they're going to continually navally invading. You would imagine. So Finland controls St. Petersburg. Poland regionally governs Moscow, and Brazil is under the control of the port of Crimea. Oh, nice. Great. What a coup for them. Occupying the summer port of Sevastopol. Okay. Alright. Rallying up here in French Indochina. Still occupying what will be the countries of Vietnam and Laos. And we're going to make essentially a supporting naval attack. Alright, the US have taken Aomori. They've actually taken all of Hokkaido, which is interesting. Sapporo, Hakodate. Interesting. And they are starting to take it back, though. So, if not, we can navally invade from there. We've got the US Navy control. Actually, to be fair, how the hell are they doing so well navally invading, seeing as we have the majority of their navy? That's just impressive. That's right, USS Turner, under the control of Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay. We'll move on over to help on out. Hopefully we don't have to capitulate China after all this. That would be annoying. We could deal with some more oil from the US. Barreled fresh from the great US of A. It looks like the Yanks have moved into Aomori Prefecture. Went there last year. Beautiful part of Japan. You can actually go check out my vlogs that I did there on Simpsy Travel. But, yep. The US forces have landed in Aomori. Aomori? What is that, Italy somewhere? Oh, dude, they're doing really quite well. Look at this, Sendai's fallen. At this rate, we're going to be able to take all of Honshu. Oh my god. Oh, we actually control a little bit of there. Here we go. So, only a matter of time before battle-hardened French Legion forces will land. But it looks like the French Indochina ones are going to land soon. Wait, what? Why does the US have British Columbia? They like ceded them to Canada? That's so strange. Look at that. That's kind of cool, actually. Oh, the Brits have landed in Nagasaki. Yes. Alright. Kyushu is the island? Yeah. Okay. Come on. We want the Japanese to capitulate. Yeah, very rarely do I see the Japanese go shogunate. That's very lucky that they did that. Because essentially, if they go they essentially go pacifist, right? They basically focus inwards and outwards, and you don't get all the imperial Japanese conquest and yip hip hooray bonsai, and China just chills. They actually joined together. Interesting in this timeline. Alright, let's try and push on through Nagoya, Osaka. It might even be better just to move some of the units to Kyushu. Alright, we got French. We've got Americans fighting together. What was that? Okay, now we're good. The US obviously quite happy with us, as we allowed Douglas MacArthur to usurp FDR. Oh, why are the Germans going communist? Oh, come off it. The USSR is kaput. They've fallen. Oh, so now we can gain more citizenry. We just have to go down that. Eventually found it. Just took ages. The war's nearly over. Going into 1940. There we go. The Japanese. it's. I don't know why I laughed so much there. Japan's been split in two between East and West Japan. That's always a question I see on the internet. Oh wait, the People's State of Germany leaves. It's like obviously there was East and West Germany. Like why wasn't there an East and West Japan? Because the US said no. Yeah, we're not doing that. Pretty much. We're going to allow Japan to be a free and independent country. How many bases are we going to put there? Oh, probably over 30. How are we going to stop us, Mr. Soviet? With your ships? But when they got the land army there, it's kind of hard to say no. Alright, so, yeah, it looks like the Brits own that. West Japan. And the US dictatorship owns the East. We got British forces landing in Nanking. Okay. Nothing bad could happen with that happening. The British back in China. What's that you've got on your ships? Is it tea? Yes. Shanghai has fallen as well. Alright, let's move our forces there and finish off the Republic of China. They actually weren't able to form like a united China though either, even though they kind of threw actually. If they don't have Japanese pressure under them, they should have been able to unite all of China under one banner. Oh my god, it's nearly 10 million. That's crazy. Nearly 20 million. January 1944. We haven't even been able to flip back to democratic. We still seem to be in the Allies. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen Japan and the Ruskies team up. They actually did alright. It's taken a united Europe under Allied control to do it. Georgia capitulated. I thought they... How were they even back? Alright, a little bit of a detour now. Having to go into China. As for some reason they joined the losing war. What? Why is the Japanese Navy operating in the Black Sea? Oh, I guess that's... Oh, maybe that's why. Oh, yeah, because I forgot Japan was actually, like, administrating Romania, weren't they? And Hungary. That was their presence in Europe. So maybe they just, like... Yeah, maybe the Navy's been there this whole time. That's why the US was able to go in. Yeah, the Japanese warship was like blocked in the Black Sea by the Turks. They said no to the Japanese warship. What's this? Argentina's done their own faction? Wow. Alright, most of the allies now occupy east and the coastal region in China. And it's nearly gotten to the point. Do we just stay? The Republic must endure fascism, authoritarian-based stability. We basically have, it's by the time we've taken to flip, it's nearly not been worth it in the end anyway. I just thought there might be a way to get more additional manpower. We did. Look at that, another 200k there. Going down that path. Kicked out of the Allies again. Brilliant. Could have been better. Could have min-max stuff here and there, but not too bad for a run, I think. I think it's also just RNG. There's so much RNG. Like... Especially when you go non-historical focuses, like... You kind of... let it so anything can happen. And sometimes, like, major factions can just quite simply throw. But, overall, I think we've done well. Could have been... much, much worse. Yeah, you know... Surrendering to the Germans. But once this war wraps up, I don't think there's any other major factions sort of left. The French Navy's just having a go at the Japanese Navy here in the Black Sea for some reason. We're just absolutely trashing them as well. Wow. Crazy. We just need to make sure once this war ends that we're in the Allies. Oh, well, they capitulated anyway. Well, let's divide things up, I suppose. So we've got to do the Ruskies, the Chinese, and the Japanese. Alright, this is going to take a bit. Bear with me. So we want to try and take as many states as we can. If we could somehow puppet a chunk of Russia, that'd be good. And bring back the Tsar. Because even though we're trying to go democratic, I just think we stay Bonapartist. Why are the Germans getting involved here? I would say they should not be allowed. Brazil's going to have a bit of a claim for some reason. Union of 5 races. Interesting. Japan is probably going to be puppeted. The US are going to just take Korea, just all of it. They can't get Nam, so that's the next best thing. Oh yeah, because they owned Hungary. So Czechoslovakia is going to move into... Or the Czech-Slovak state is going to move there. If we could take Crimea, that'd be kind of huge, actually. And maybe some of the surrounding territory there. Bordigor off the wazoo. This is going to be absolutely crazy. Faction hopped 3 times from the Axis to the French Empire to the Allies. Yay, the Allies win. What a crock-pot, a hodgepodge of alliances. Silver Legion of America, a Democratic Britain, a Communist Germany, and a monarchy in France banding together to bring down the Japanese and the Russians. Oh god. Who would have thought? We could all put aside our differences to deal with them. Oh. This is insane. Look at this gore, man. I guess we just take... We've just been stealing navies in this campaign. Oh my god. Alright. Let's calculate this and see what everyone owns. Oh my god. Right, so... Wow. Can I rejoin the Allies now after all that? No, you gotta be kidding me. Well, maybe I just form my own fact. Oh no, they want me to join now. Alright, there we go. We're back in the Allies. I was gonna say, oh, maybe at the end of that we just want to form our own faction. Not interested. Still could go to Democratic to permanently get us in. Maybe now that the war's gone, it should be okay. So hang on, let me just go. Yeah, there we go. So this is what the Allies is now. Germany has expanded. The French-Russian state. China's still independent. Seems like Japan is as well. But, under Napoleon the 6th, this is what we currently own. The US state of Oregon. And Washington. Sicily, North Africa. Puppets. And... yeah. So French, Russia, interesting. So they own Crimea. What? So Germany has Karelia? Kazakhstan's back. We've got like a Cossack federation. Brazil owns the Caucasus after all that. Czechoslovakia is under control of the Ukrainian state. Okay. And, wait, no, Brazil has, like, Karelia. The Mongolia People's Republic. The US just took eastern Siberia. China's democratic, along with Japan. And all of Korea is currently under the control of the US military dictatorship. But hey, the Allies won. Oh, wow. What a playthrough. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I think we're going to wrap things up here as one faction dominates the globe. I think it's time for something new. Let me know in the comments. Other submods I should run with Road to 56. I think I probably could have done with a player-led peace conference or potentially a chord state mod. What do you guys reckon in the comments? Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Stay tuned for more content on the channel. My name has been Simpsy, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.